All right, Hank, we're going to begin, though, with Chief Craig launching an investigation into this. A DPD scout car pushing through a crowd of protesters as the rear window is busted out. Topping our news today at 5, the chief says that protest last night was mainly peaceful, but also says there was a group of agitators intent on causing destruction.
Now protesters are set to gather demanding action. Let's get to Victor Williams. He's live at the 4th Precinct in Southwest Detroit. And Victor, you got your hands on the dash cam video.
Yeah, absolutely. The police have released that video, and it's actually prompted protesters, as you guys can see right here behind me, all of them gathering right here at the 4th Precinct. But like you guys said before, the chief, he told us earlier today that the protest originally was peaceful, but a dozen agitators or more all changed the course of this entire thing. It's the video everyone's been sharing on social media, showing several protesters being driven into at the Your Fight is My Fight march on the southwest side of Detroit.
It appeared as the officers were kind of slow moving, hitting their brakes, hoping to dislodge these individuals from the hood. Loud banging.
But now we have dash cam footage showing the incident from the angle of 2 officers trying to guide the crowd.
At some point, when the speed increases, I think the speed increased to about 25 miles an hour.
The chief says 25 to 30 of these demonstrators started to get agitated when they were redirected on the presumed route.
I think they had redirected them to go down Dix as opposed to Verner. Verner is a more heavily traveled street.
From there, things escalated even more when the chief claims these people had weapons that could have been used to cause harm.
We believed the back window was shattered out, and they thought they were being fired upon.
Apparently, these officers feared for their lives, hearing their vehicles being vandalized with hammers, rocks, and anything else that the people could find.
They should be able to do what they need to survive that. And the first thing you think about doing is getting out of the line of fire. So I understand it.
And that's the reason why officers thought it would be best to retreat, removing themselves from the situation, also knocking over a few protesters in the process.
Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anyone was substantially injured.
Now, DPD, they are saying that they are going to be looking for any of those agitators that were out there. In the meantime, these officers that were involved, they are actually going to stay on duty in the meantime while this investigation is underway. Reporting live out here, Victor Williams, Local 4, back to you.
Victor, before you go, in the past during these protests, we've seen a lot of officers. Why is it that there were only 2 officers for this particular protest?
Well, the thing is, in the past, they were expecting large amounts of people. You know, this past week, it looked like those protesters were starting to die down in the last couple of weeks or so, I should say. So they weren't expecting this amount of people whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay, Victor, thanks.